Hello, and welcome back to our 2021 Economic and Market Outlook. We hope that you've enjoyed our modules so far. My name is Sarah LeClaire, and I have the pleasure of providing you with some additional insight into some of our longer-term investment themes. Now, last year, we touched initially on big data and global payments, but this year, we'd like to introduce our theme of global connectedness, and specifically three main subsets within that: powering the modern world, digital innovation, and the global consumer. Now, we do feel that when we look back in time, 2020 is going to be one of those years that is an inflection point that forever changes the trajectory of growth in this area. Now, when we think of global connectedness, you can really consider four different categories of this. We have trade, capital or cash flows, information, and people. And as you can see here in this chart, the majority of the growth in global connectedness historically has come from that information category. Now, while we do see a really wide range of outcomes for 2020, and understandably so, we do expect them to revert back to more of a normalized path going forward. Now, how do we actually stay connected globally? Our modern world is powered by a digital infrastructure that's largely dependent on semiconductors. Now, semiconductors are found in things like your laptops, your smartphones, within our cars now, to power the 5G networks, which are more the new cellular networks, and our connected devices like our watches, and to power the Internet of Things. Now, allow me to give you an example of what I mean by the Internet of Things. Many of us may have a video doorbell on our house now. And when you're away, say running errands or at work or otherwise, someone comes up to your door and to drop a package off or to say hello. You may receive a notification to your phone letting you know that someone has visited. And before you head home, you log into your thermostat to actually change the temperature to make it more comfortable for when you arrive back. The connection of all of those smart home devices are what we would consider the Internet of Things. Now, Taiwan Semiconductor is a global leader in providing the infrastructure of semiconductors for this space. They have over a 50% global share in foundry, and we truly believe that they will continue to provide innovation and areas of growth opportunities in this space. Speaking of innovation, several months ago, Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft, stated that we have seen 2 years worth of digital transformation in only 2 months, and we couldn't agree more. We feel that we have seen explosive growth in technology. Even ourselves as business owners, we look back, it caused us to take a look at our own digital ecosystems to evaluate how we can operate more efficiently in this world, which in turn has given a rise to a lot of opportunities for people, our employees and otherwise, to really thrive in this environment. Now, Asia is home to close to 60% of the world's population and is a driver of a lot of the economic growth within digital innovation. Companies like Alibaba and Tencent have been and continue to be at the forefront of innovation in this space. There are systems like WeChat, other platforms like gaming networks or communication or social networks, video conferencing and others have really allowed us to be connected in a time that we have not been physically together. We truly believe that the reliance on these types of systems will only get stronger in the years to come. The last subset I'd like to talk about today is the global consumer. And now, while travel and the movement of people across borders has been reduced significantly recently, the global consumer still is demanding goods from luxury brands worldwide at an increasing rate from their online marketplaces. As you can see here in this chart, we had a long trajectory of kind of consistent growth in the US marketplace for e-commerce cross-border. But the same story can actually be seen globally as well. And leading up to this year, we had that, but then all of a sudden we saw a huge spike in the demand for e-commerce. Now, while we do expect some of that to revert back as normalization takes place and people start moving around more, the longer-term trend should continue here. Now, because of the rise in middle-class demand for these luxury goods, companies like Louis Vuitton have really taken more of a emerging presence in these developing countries in order to meet the global demand for their products. Now, as you can see here, even though they're domiciled in France, they have earned historically a large range of revenues from countries all over the world. And we believe, especially for luxury brands and others, that blends like this are going to be really important moving forward in the coming years. Now, global connectedness, as you can see, spans much wider than just the trade of goods across countries. And powering the modern world through innovation and with the help of the global consumer is really going to continue to knit the digital ecosystem in which we all live in. And as innovation in this area deepens throughout the world, we truly believe that we will be able to find growth opportunities to invest in within our portfolios. Now, I'd like to take this moment to say thank you very much for joining us and to welcome back our CEO, Steve Nelson, to come join us and share some final words. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah, and thanks to all of you for joining us for the 2021 Economic and Market Outlook from Capital Insight Partners. On behalf of our entire team, we really appreciate you taking the time to look at these videos. We look forward very much to next year when we can gather again in Arizona in person. In the meantime, when you're ready, please reach out to us with any questions or to explore more deeply the topics we've covered in this year's videos.